Come on, man. Things are happening. Idru is a young girl who is married to Bode, and they usually have a problem. The marriage is otherwise perfect, but problem will rear its head in the guise of an ex. Idru complains that Bode's ex is somehow involved in their lives. So sometimes when Bode wants to take a decision, he would ask his ex about it, about her thoughts, and then sometime before he asks Ejiro, it is a problem. It may not be a problem for some people, but today I'd like to talk to you about why exes shouldn't be in our present life. Because there comes a point in every person's life where they have to decide what truly supports their peace, their growth, and the future. And one of the most quietly controversial decisions is whether an ex should still have a place in our heart, in our life, in our present life. Now, some people will say, oh, it's harmless. We're just friends. Or there is no bad blood. So why cut them off? Hmm. The truth is, the absence of drama doesn't automatically mean the presence of wisdom. Because really, you need wisdom to navigate these waters. An ex is someone who belonged to a different chapter of your life, a different era, a chapter that ended for a reason. Maybe the relationship dissolved, maybe it slowly ended, maybe it exploded suddenly, or maybe it just simply ran its course. Regardless of how it ended, the closing of that chapter was an emotional, psychological, and sometimes spiritual and very painful separation. Keeping that person in your life as if nothing ever happened, nothing has shifted, it just happened that we went our ways, can quietly undermine the healing that was supposed to take place. You know, some people say there was no healing, we just went our ways. There should be healing after an emotional breakup. And let's be honest, an ex carries history. You understand? They carry memories, they carry emotions, their patterns, and a version of you that you are no longer supposed to be living in. When we keep these exes close, intentionally or not, we keep pieces of the past alive. And let me tell you the truth, it is incredibly difficult to fully step into who you want to become while still somehow tied to who you used to be with. You may not feel anything romantic anymore. You may say, I'm a big girl, that is in the past, I'm a big guy, beg, leave that thing. But your partner doesn't see a friend when they see your ex. They see someone who once had emotional access to you, physical access to you, intimate access to you, someone who once held a role that your partner now feels. And constantly mentioning an ex or interacting with them or working closely with them doesn't just bring discomfort, it can breed disrespect. I know you may not agree, but think about it. Not because your partner is insecure, but because your past relationship overlaps with your current or present relationship in a way that could blur lines. The body language, the shared jokes, the subtle familiarity, things we did in the past, where we went in the past, people we both knew in the past. These things can create an emotional undertone that complicates your current life. You are not just respecting your relationship by keeping distance with your ex, you're respecting yourself. Of course, there are exceptions. When there's a child involved or a business shared, we get that communication needs to happen. At the end of the day, this isn't about bitterness, pettiness, poor self esteem, or perhaps holding grudges or not being mature. It's about alignment. If someone is meant to be a part of your future, they wouldn't be classified as the past or an ex. The title in itself is a reminder that their roles has ended a long time ago. Our present life deserves our full presence, and sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and for your loved one and for your future is to close a door completely with grace and never look back. With these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that exes shouldn't be in your presence. What do you think? Till I come your way again, have faith.